I'm Mr. Hoya. I'm the AP Chemistry, Honors Chemistry, and Interactions teacher here at the Poly Magnet.
Are you by any chance an immigrant or know somebody who is an immigrant?
I myself am not an immigrant. I was born in Guam, which is a U.S. territory, but my parents did immigrate to Guam from the Philippines.
When did they come?
They arrived, I want to say 1990 is when they arrived to the U.S.
What is one thing you would say to somebody struggling with immigration right now?
I honestly don't think I'm even in the right place to say anything. The battles that immigrants are facing today are completely different from the battles that my parents probably struggled with back then. Back then, it was just learning the ropes and trying to find a way to make it so we could live a happy, comfortable life while we were here. We didn't have many risks of deportation. We didn't have a lot of risk of ICE raids. We didn't have risks of our constitutional freedoms being taken away from us. So I don't even think I'm in a position to say, give words of advice to those people, to people here struggling with it now, just because it was a different time. We had different struggles entirely. And I actually don't even know what to say right now.
If you could go back to your home country and stay there, would you?
No. I've actually talked to a couple people about this. Guam, while I love it there, it's peaceful. I love the vibe there, the slow pace of life. There's just not enough opportunities there. There really isn't. Like right now, it's pretty much militarized at this point. Like that's the only opportunity there is to be in the military. So I think if I could go back and convince my parents to stay, I wouldn't. I very much enjoyed the life that I've had while I was here.
Was your family ever threatened because of your ethnic background?
To my knowledge, no. We never had like any full-on hate crimes targeted towards us or anything like that. No, I don't think so. Not to the top of my knowledge. Thankfully, that was never an issue.
Did you have any financial issues when moving
Yeah,
over?
we did. As I mentioned, my dad had a consultation company when he was in Guam, and we came here. It was actually pretty tough to find work. So there was a period of time where my mom was actually the one bringing the money in, and she was working at Home Depot as I forgot what position specifically, but we didn't have a lot of money growing up. And when my dad finally did land his first job here in the mainland, they cut his pay like crazy. They underpaid him significantly just because, again, his degree wasn't considered valuable here in the mainland. So I want to say like almost my entire elementary and middle school era was pretty financially tough. We had lived with my uncle and aunts, so they can like help carry the weight a little bit, and we were there for a while, and then we eventually got our one-bedroom apartment. I remember that it was on Laurel Canyon. We got a one-bedroom apartment, and there was 8 of us living in there. It was because we were also taking care of my grandmother and my disabled aunt and my uncle, and so there's just like a ton of us in that apartment. I remember it was fun times. I'll call it fun times. Yeah.
Did you leave any families, homes, or businesses behind?
Yeah, my dad actually worked as a consultant back in Guam, so he had his own engineering consultation that he was doing out there, and we were doing pretty well actually in Guam. And when we moved here, I remember I was so pissed at my parents because they didn't have the immediate opportunities because my dad has a degree from the University of the Philippines, and it was not recognized here in the mainland. So he had a little bit of a hard time landing an engineering job while he was here. Thankfully, a company gave him a shot, and he just worked his way up and proved to them that he actually knows what he's doing. But there was a period where we were really, really poor. And we had a pretty good life in Guam. And when we came here, I was so angry. I was just like, why did we come here? You know. But obviously, like I know now as I'm older, it was just for opportunities and the ability to get a better education because the schools in Guam weren't good. So I'm thankful for them doing that because I'm able to get the degree that I have now and work in this awesome program, and have all these opportunities that I wouldn't have had if I had stayed there.